Hey guys, King here and welcome back. And today I have a nice little team builder here. Yeah, I'm here on Pokemon Showdown. This is for someone with Pixelmon team builder, and I'm gonna do a couple of these. Okay, now this is a really good team I found. Okay, as you can tell, it's pretty diverse. Okay, you have a dark type, a water ice, psychic, ghost, normal, and ground. Yeah, as you can tell, they're all pretty much different types, okay? Now, as you can see here, Umbreon, what am I going on about? Yeah, as you can see, I put leftovers on it because it's, it'll give it back 1/16 of its max health whenever it has a move done, okay? Into focus, yep, it will not be made to flinch, okay? Foul play for the attack, okay? Pretty awesome. It's got 95 power and 100 accuracy, so it is a really good move. You got Curse here, okay. Curse is a ghost type. It will increase your attack and your defense by 1, but it will minus your speed by 1, which isn't bad because Umbreon is a fairly slow Pokemon as it is. Moonlight. Moonlight heals the user weather dependent. Okay, it is weather dependent, which means if I was to throw out Groudon and then I was to throw out Umbreon and hit a Moonlight, it would heal it completely, okay? Because, obviously, as you can see there, drought. That makes it a sunny day, okay? Or if you were in Pokemon, you could use Charizard Y, I think, which automatically uses drought and makes sunny day, okay? Yeah. And then Baton Pass, okay? And the reason I've used this is because you can have your Umbreon, you can get it down, you can get off a couple of these, make your Umbreon absolutely immensely OP, and switch out to this guy, or switch out to this guy or something, okay? I don't suggest switching out to this guy, either switch out to these two if you're going to do that, because obviously Curse slows you down and you don't want your Cloyster to be slowed down, okay? So, let's have a look at this. Okay, I've given it Careful Nature, which is plus spec defense, minus spec attack. Hence the reason I haven't put a spec attack move on there. Okay, I've given it full HP and full defense. I didn't do anything with the attack because I don't really need to. Okay, you're going to be changing that by as many curses as you do. Okay, and whenever I play Showdown, I can always get it up to ×4. Okay, so that ×4, you know, yeah, you're gonna be pretty unstoppable. Okay, yeah, over 600 attack, you're gonna be unstoppable. Now let's move on to my Cloyster. Okay, as you can see, I put Focus Sash on it. You can't put that on a Pokemon in actual Pixelmon yet. I'm sure they'll probably add that soon, so let's give it a leftovers. Yep. Okay, Skill Link. This is probably the best ability you can get on it. Okay, don't mither about these two. Okay, that is, to be honest, a good nature too. Okay, but a good ability too. But this right here is the best. Okay, and the reason that's the best is because of these two moves right here. Okay, this is Icicle Spear. Obviously, it only has 25 power. Yeah, it's not that good, but if you can get it to hit 5 times, you know, that's 125 power right there in this move. And this right here makes sure that any move that can hit 2 to 5 times will hit 5 times. Sorry about that. Yeah, and the same with Rock Blast. Okay, obviously this one has a lower accuracy, but you're always pretty much going to hit it. Okay, and the reason you have these two is because you're going to have different Pokemon to hit. Rock Blast, that's for Charizard. Okay, one of these will take out a whole Charizard. One of these will take out a Groudon. Okay, you've got to be pretty diverse with these things. Also that will hit any dragon and take it out. Shell Smash. This is probably best. Okay, this is probably the best thing. Okay, it boosts your attack, spec attack, and your speed by 2 levels. Okay, so your times in your max speed and your max attack plus your max defense by 2 levels, which is awesome. Now, as you can tell, there isn't a single spec attack move on there, which is still good. The only thing it does is it lowers your defense and your spec defense by 1 level. Sorry about that, I've got dry throat. Yeah, obviously you can use this 24 times. You're never going to be able to hit it that amount of times. The reason I had Focus Sash on there is because people tend to be able to take out Cloyster fairly easily. If you're on Showdown, you have a Focus Sash on there, it will go down to 1 HP, and then you can just hit Rock Blast or a Rock Spear, a Rock Blast or an Icicle Spear, or even an Ice Shard, and you're going to hit. Okay, unless they hit a priority move and take you out. Yeah. Now, Ice Shard right here, this is just meant for dragons. Okay, so if, let's say, somebody throws out a Hexorus, you hit that on it, and it's just going to 1KO it, pretty much, depending on what they've got on the Hexorus. Okay, let's go on to here. Okay, pretty basic, as you can tell here. This isn't something that most people do. Usually they go for the adamant nature. I tend to go for Jolly. It's just to increase that speed that little bit more for when we hit the Shell Smash. So you're the fastest Cloyster out there, and there's no denying that. Now, obviously, it loads your spec attack, but as I said, none of those moves there are spec attack moves. Now, on to my Alakazam here. Now, as you can see, this right here is a pretty basic setup. You got Energy Ball for the Rock type Pokemon, Psychic, just because Psychic's a boss type move, it is a complete boss move. Dazzling Gleam you do not have in Pixelmon right now, so let's switch that out for, I'm gonna say Carmine. Yeah, because that will increase the user's spec attack and spec defense by 1 level. Okay, which, pretty awesome. Yeah, Psychic, 10% chance of lowering the target's spec defense by 1 level. Yeah, not bad. Energy Bar, 10% chances. Yeah, the exact same. Recover, just in case Psychic gets down to really low, you can heal up because you're pretty much the fastest thing out there when you got Alakazam. It's one of the fastest non-legendary Pokemon out there. Okay? Obviously, Mega Alakazam is a lot faster, but in Pixelmon, yeah, that's probably one of the fastest Pokemon you can get. Now, obviously, there are probably a lot more moves here that I'm forgetting for this guy. Well, yeah, Drifloon. Drifloon. Okay, this Pokemon is an utter tank. Okay, and it's probably the only Pokemon that I know can learn Stockpile and Minimize. Okay, now I think their egg moves, I'm not 100% sure, I'd have to get that out. Yeah, if you can get a Minimize and a Stockpile and a Baton Pass on a Pokemon, it's definitely a Pokemon you want. Okay? Now, there is the Shadow Ball right there, and that's basically just because if something's trying to attack you, you hit a nice Shadow Ball on them, and they're gonna go down. Okay? So, yeah. Minimize. Yep. Boost the user's evasion by 2. Okay. Stockpile. Boost the user's defense and spec defense by 1. Max 3 uses. You can use a minimize, and then a stockpile. You stockpile again, minimize, and then another stockpile. Basically, just so your evasion levels getting higher as your stockpile is getting higher. You then hit Battle Pass and you switch out to your nice little friend here, Snorlax. Okay, yeah. As you can see, what I'm doing here is basically just this Pokemon right here isn't meant for attacking. It really isn't. All it's meant to do is to set up. Okay, hence the reason it's got 504 HP. Okay, and obviously you know that is insane on a Ghost type Pokemon. Now, as you can see here, I've upped its defense. I have lowered its spec attack, but you know, you lose some, don't you? Can I up that anymore? No, I can't. Right. Yeah, I've given it the impish nature. Just up that. I've given it flare boost because on Showdown, which I do use this as well, and I suggest you do. On Showdown, I do get a lot of people who tend to use burn on me, which lowers your attack, but it increases the spec attack. Okay, so all I have to do, hit Shadow Ball on the person who hits burn on me, and I'm gonna get off a pretty good hit, aren't I? Obviously that won't work on, I think, a normal type. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's normal type and possibly dark. Don't question me on that. I'm kind of forgetting at the moment. But yeah, here we go. Belly drum on my Snorlax. Yes. It loses 50% of its max HP, but it puts it straight up to max attack. Okay. Once you've done that, you hit an earthquake. Boom! Everything on the pitch will die. Okay. You got stockpile here. Alright, so once you've done 3 stockpiles from that, you can go on, you can hit another stockpile, and you've already got the minimizes right there from the baton pass, which is awesome. And I'm not really sure why I've got curse on here. I don't really need it. Okay, but I put it on there anyway. Something you'll probably want is a crunch. Yeah, have a nice dark type move on there, you know, to deal with any psychic types. You go here, as you can see, it's not got that much more HP than Rifflin. Okay, it's only got I think 20 more, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just go back here. Yeah, 20 more. So, as you can tell, them two are tanky Pokemon. Now, up its attack to give it that little bit more of a smash when you hit your Earthquake. Now, you can just completely scrap that because you're going to be timing that by 4 as soon as you hit your belly drum anyway. So, there's really no purpose for it, so you can just go straight up with your defense and spec defense right there. Okay, that is all you need. Okay, that right there. Now in pixelmon, I actually quite like to use Ice Beam. Now the only reason I use Ice Beam is to confuse people. Okay, because when they see Ice Beam out on the pitch, they tend to get pretty annoyed because you're just smashing anything in your way. Okay, absolutely anything in your way, you'll just smash it out. You got a rock type on the pitch, you hit that, pretty much gone. Okay, pretty much gone. Obviously, as you can see there, 166 spec attack. Yeah, it's not the best. And obviously, it gets lower with the IVs, and it's hard to get the IVs on it. But if you keep breeding them, you tend to get pretty good IVs on them anyway. Yeah. And this one right here, when the Pokemon has half or less of its max health, it uses a, what's it called, a citrus berry. I I can't spell today. Sorry. But yeah, that moves us on to Groudon. Yes, it is a legendary Pokemon, but to be honest, it's not really that hard to get in Pixelmon. Okay, you go spend time in the desert hills for a couple of hours, depending on how many people are on your world. You gotta spawn in a Groudon. Okay, you put leftovers on there, it's gonna keep regaining health as it's going. Okay, you got Drought right there. Yeah. Okay, to give it a sunny day, so that this guy can heal more on it. Okay, you don't really need that anyway, but that's the only ability you can get on it. So, Earthquake, just to hit the opponents, okay, 100% of the time with 100%, you know. You got Solar Beam right there, which apparently doesn't have a match. I'm not 100% sure why that is, but okay. You got Thunder. Thunder's okay. I'm going to actually put on Thunderbolt. Okay, so yeah, it can actually learn Thunderbolt, and hence the reason I've upped its spec attack as well, just so you can hit what they called steel type Pokemon, and you're gonna do pretty hard damage to it. You can do pretty hard damage to water types as well. Solar Beam for the grass types and water type. Earthquake for pretty much anything that doesn't have levitate or flying abilities. And there we go, Erupt for whenever the hell you want to hit it, okay? Yeah, less Pokemon use their has, HP decreases. Yeah, it's not bad, you know. Let's go into here. 404 HP, so you know it's not as much as a tank as these two, but it can still tank quite hefty moves. Okay, 400 attack here. Obviously, I could have gone a lot higher, but I didn't. My spec attack is extremely low right there. Yeah. Now, obviously, what I could do is I could hit one of these guys. You know, I can hit a couple of stop house, a couple of minimizers, switch out to this guy, and then hit an earthquake. And you're pretty much gone anyway. So right there, you could go right down to nothing there and max out your spec attack. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go straight up. Yep, 404, let's max them out like that. Okay, yeah. Now, this right here, this isn't the end-all team. Okay, there are Pokemon that can weasel you out. Okay, but this team right here, you pretty much set on. Okay, you could probably run this team in OU. If Groudon even runs in OU, I'm not 100% sure. And yeah, you would smash quite a few heads together. There would be a lot of rage quits when they face you anyway. Yeah, so I think that's going to be it, guys. Hope you have a nice day, and as always, bye.